Hi, and welcome to English channel. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
Part 1. Introduction. A cup of tea and a big question. Have you ever held a warm cup of tea on a cold day? The heat slowly moves from the cup to your hands. You take a small sip and your body feels calm. At that moment, tea is not just a drink. It is comfort. It is a quiet friend. People drink tea when they are tired, sad, or thoughtful. Tea helps them slow down and breathe. But have you ever stopped and asked one simple question? Where does tea come from? This small cup carries a long story. Its journey crosses mountains, rivers, and oceans. It travels through time, from the past to today. Now, let us begin this journey together. Part 2. Back to the origin. The Chinese legend. Long ago, in ancient China, there was a great ruler named Shennong, the divine farmer. He was one of the 3 ancient emperors. People say he taught humans how to farm and how to use plants as medicine. Every day, Shennong walked through forests and fields. He tasted many leaves and roots to learn which plants could heal and which could harm. One day, around 2737 BC, Shennong was boiling water to drink. A hot wind blew, and a few dry leaves fell into the boiling pot. The water changed color and gave a fresh smell. Shennong tasted it carefully. He felt awake, calm, and clear in his mind. This simple accident changed history. Shennong believed the leaves could clean the body and remove poison. He used tea as medicine and shared it with others. In ancient times, tea was not for everyone. It was used mainly for healing and for spiritual meaning. Only kings, nobles, and monks could drink it. In old paintings, we see Chinese women gently picking tea leaves. Their hands show care, patience, and respect for nature. Tea was more than a plant. It was peace, balance, and quiet strength. Part 3. Tea as medicine, the early stage. In the beginning, tea was not a daily drink. People did not drink tea for pleasure. They drank tea as medicine. Ancient Chinese doctors believed tea could clean the body. It helped remove poison and heat. Tea was used to treat pain, tiredness, and sickness. When people felt weak or ill, doctors gave them tea. They believed tea could bring balance to the body and mind. At that time, tea was rare and valuable. Only healers, doctors, and monks could use it. Monks drank tea to stay awake during long hours of prayer. Tea helped them focus and keep their thoughts clear. For them, tea was a quiet helper, not a luxury. Tea was often boiled with herbs. It tasted bitter, but people respected its power. They believed bitterness could lead to healing. During this early stage, tea was serious and simple. It was not about taste. It was about health, discipline, and inner strength. Part 4. Tea becomes an art. The Tang Dynasty. During the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907, tea changed its role. It slowly moved from medicine to culture. People began to drink tea for joy, not only for health. Tea houses appeared in cities and towns. Friends met to drink tea and talk. Poets wrote poems about tea. Philosophers drank tea while thinking about life. Tea became part of art, learning, and daily life. In this time, people made powdered green tea. They dried tea leaves, ground them into powder, and mixed the powder with hot water. This early tea powder was the ancestor of modern matcha. Tea was now linked to wisdom and calm thinking. Serving tea showed respect and kindness. When guests came, hosts offered tea first. This simple act showed warmth and hospitality. Tea was no longer only for the elite. More people could enjoy it. It connected people from different walks of life, from monks to poets, from scholars to travelers. Tea became a shared language. In the Tang dynasty, tea was not just a drink. It was a symbol of intelligence, peace, and human connection. Part 5. Tea begins its journey across Asia. As time passed, tea did not stay only in China. It began a long journey across Asia. Merchants carried tea along trade roads. Buddhist monks carried tea in their bags. Wherever they went, tea went with them. Monks traveled to share knowledge and faith. They drank tea to stay awake during long study and meditation. They also shared tea with new lands. Slowly, tea took root in many cultures. In Japan, tea became a spiritual path. Japanese monks learned about tea in China and brought it back to their homeland. Over time, this led to the tea ceremony or chatto. Chatto means the way of tea. It is not just about drinking tea. It is about silence, respect, and the present moment. Every movement is slow and careful. Tea becomes a way to train the mind and calm the heart. In Korea, tea became part of temple life and daily manners. Korean tea culture is simple and gentle. It teaches balance and harmony with nature. In Vietnam, tea grew naturally in the mountains. People drank tea every day, often with family and neighbors. Vietnamese tea culture is warm and social. A cup of tea welcomes guests and starts conversations. In Tibet, tea changed to fit the land. The weather there is cold and dry. People needed strong energy to survive, so they mixed tea with butter and salt. This drink is called butter tea. It gives warmth, fat, and strength. It may taste strange to outsiders, but for Tibetans, it is life-saving comfort. One plant traveled across many lands, but in each place, tea found a new life. It adapted to people, weather, and beliefs. Tea showed that one simple leaf can carry many ways of living. Part 6. Europe discovers tea, a luxury drink. In the 16th and 17th centuries, the world began to connect. This was the age of exploration. European sailors traveled far across the oceans. They searched for spices, silk, and new goods. During these journeys, tea reached Europe. Portuguese and Dutch traders were among the first to bring tea back from Asia. At first, tea was rare and mysterious. Most people had never seen it before. Tea was very expensive. Only kings, queens, and rich families could afford it. They kept tea in locked boxes like treasure. Drinking tea became a symbol of wealth and status. However, Europeans did not know how to prepare tea. This led to many funny mistakes. Some people cooked the tea leaves like vegetables. Others threw away the water and ate the leaves. Some added salt or strange spices. They did not understand the gentle art of tea. Slowly, people learned. They learned to steep the leaves in hot water. They learned to enjoy the taste and smell. Tea rooms appeared in noble houses. Tea became part of polite society. At first, tea was still a luxury, but its calm feeling and gentle power won many hearts. Europe was only at the beginning of a long love story with tea. From Asia to Europe, tea continued its journey. Quiet, patient, and powerful. Part 7. England and the Tea Revolution. Tea arrived in England in the 17th century, but it was Queen Catherine of Braganza who truly changed its future. She was a Portuguese princess and the wife of King Charles II. Catherine loved tea and drank it every day. Soon, the royal court followed her example. Tea became fashionable among nobles and ladies. At the same time, the East India Company played a major role in the tea trade. The company imported large amounts of tea from Asia. Tea slowly entered English society, but it was still expensive and heavily taxed. The British government placed high tea taxes. This made tea very costly for ordinary people. As a result, tea smuggling became common. Illegal tea was sold secretly across the country. Some of it was low quality or mixed with other plants. Still, people wanted tea. It had already become part of daily life. Over time, taxes were reduced. Tea became cheaper and easier to buy. It moved from the royal palace to homes, shops, and streets. Tea was no longer only for the rich. It became a drink for everyone. During the Industrial Revolution, tea played an important role. Cities were crowded and dirty. Water was often unsafe to drink. But tea was made with boiled water, which killed harmful germs. This helped improve public health. Tea also gave workers energy and focus. It was a small comfort in long, hard days. Part 8. British tea traditions. As tea became popular, new traditions began to form. Afternoon tea started among the upper class. It was usually enjoyed around 4 o'clock. People drank tea with small sandwiches, cakes, and sweet treats. Afternoon tea was elegant and calm. It was a social event for conversation and style. High tea was very different. It belonged to the working class. People drank it in the early evening after a long day of work. High tea was a full meal with bread, meat, and warm dishes. Tea was strong and practical. It gave strength and comfort. The British also added milk and sugar to tea. This softened the bitter taste and made tea more filling. This style became famous around the world. Another tradition is the tea break. In offices, factories, and homes, people stop work to drink tea. A tea break is a moment to rest, talk, and feel human again. In England, tea is more than a drink. It is a habit, a pause, and a shared moment. Through change and time, tea became the heart of daily life. Part 9. Chinese tea, philosophy and spirit. In China, tea is not only a drink. It is a way of thinking and a spiritual practice. For many people, tea is a path to calm the mind and understand life more deeply. One important tradition is gongfu cha. The words mean making tea with skill. Gongfu cha is not about speed. It is about care, time, and attention. Small teapots, small cups, and fresh water are used. Every step matters. Water temperature, leaf amount, and pouring time must be just right. When people prepare gongfu cha, they focus on the present moment. They watch the steam rise. They smell the leaves. They listen to the sound of water. Drinking tea becomes a quiet meditation. China has many kinds of tea. Each one has its own spirit. Green tea is fresh and light. It represents youth and clarity. Oolong tea is rich and complex. It stands between green and black tea, like balance between two worlds. Pu'er tea is dark and aged. It grows deeper with time. People say pu'er teaches patience and change. Tea in China is closely linked to Taoism and Buddhism. Taoism teaches harmony with nature. Tea reflects this idea. It follows the seasons and respects simplicity. Buddhism teaches awareness and inner peace. Monks drink tea to stay awake and mindful. Tea helps them sit longer in meditation. Serving tea is an act of respect. A younger person serves tea to elders. A host offers tea to guests. This simple act shows humility and care. Tea connects people without many words. In this way, tea becomes more than taste. It becomes a bridge between humans and nature, between the outer world and the inner self. Part 10. Two worlds of tea. When we look at tea cultures, we can see two different worlds. In Britain, tea is social. People drink tea together to talk, relax, and connect. Tea time is about conversation and comfort. Milk and sugar make the taste soft and friendly. Tea brings people closer. In China, tea is quiet and deep. People drink tea to slow down and look inside. The flavor is pure and natural. The focus is on feeling, not talking. Tea becomes a form of meditation. The way of making tea is also different. British tea is simple and fast. Chinese tea is careful and slow. One uses a large cup or pot. The other uses many small cups. The philosophy is different, but the heart is the same. Both cultures use tea to pause. Both use tea to share. Both use tea to bring warmth to the body and the soul. Tea teaches us one gentle lesson. Slow down, be present, and connect with others and with ourselves. Part 11. Tea in the modern world. Today, tea lives in many new forms. It is no longer only traditional. It travels fast and changes with modern life. In Morocco, mint tea is a symbol of welcome. Green tea is mixed with fresh mint and sugar. It is poured from high above the glass. This creates foam and shows respect for guests. Moroccan tea is sweet, warm, and social. It brings people together to talk and relax. In India, tea becomes chai. Black tea is boiled with milk, sugar, and spices like ginger, cardamom, and cinnamon. Chai is strong and full of energy. People drink it on busy streets and in small shops. A cup of chai means warmth in daily life. In the United States, tea becomes cold. Iced tea is refreshing and easy to drink. It fits hot weather and fast lifestyles. People drink it at home, in cafes, and on the go. In Taiwan, tea turns playful. Bubble tea mixes milk tea with chewy pearls. It is colorful and fun. Young people around the world love it. Tea becomes a creative drink, not only a tradition. Tea continues to evolve. New flavors, new styles, and new ideas appear. But tea still keeps its calm heart. Modern science also studies tea. Research shows tea has antioxidants. It may help the heart and the brain. It can improve focus and reduce stress. Tea connects ancient wisdom with modern health. In the modern world, tea is everywhere. It changes, but it never disappears. From old rituals to new trends, tea still offers one simple gift: a moment of balance in a busy life. Part 12. A quiet moment with tea, a pause before the end. Before we reach the conclusion, let us slow down for a moment. Think about the last time you drank tea. Where were you? Who was with you? Was it a busy morning or a quiet night? Across history, tea has always created pauses. A pause from work, a pause from noise, a pause from rushing thoughts. In ancient times, monks paused to drink tea and breathe. In villages, families paused to welcome guests with tea. In factories, workers paused for a tea break. In modern cities, people pause with a cup in their hands, looking at a screen or watching the rain. Tea does not ask you to change your life. It only asks you to stop for a short time, to feel the warmth, to taste the moment, to be here, not somewhere else. No matter the culture or the style, tea always carries this same message. Slow is good. Simple is enough. Before we close this long journey of tea, let us hold the cup once more. Let us feel its warmth. And let us remember, sometimes the smallest pause can bring the deepest peace. Conclusion: one leaf, one moment of peace. Every cup of tea carries a story. It travels through centuries, countries, and cultures. Each sip connects us to people long ago and far away. Tea invites us to slow down, to feel the warmth, the aroma, and the quiet. It reminds us that life does not always need to rush. A single leaf can bring reflection, calm, and connection. So, next time you hold a cup of tea, pause and notice the moment. Let it be gentle, simple, and peaceful. A quiet gift in a busy world.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.